Hey guys, prepare yourself for some cleaning. Today I will introduce you the latest Parkside wet and dry vacuum cleaner. This little toy here, it's battery operated. According to Parkside, the suction power is 60 air watts. The container volume is 8 liters and it's equipped with a dust filter rated class L. This is how it looks. It's really miniature, really handy, and it's super light without battery. It's only 3.6 kilos. It's equipped with convenient straps for holding the vacuum hose in place. And speaking about it, it's really long, 220 centimeters. Unfortunately, it's made from some lower quality materials and it's not as flexible as it should be. Later in this video, I will show you what I mean. On the back of the machine, we can find dedicated holder for the 3-section vacuum tube, a holder for the crevice nozzle, and a holder for the floor nozzle. Unfortunately, there's no holder for this handle, but you can always stick it in one of the tubings. Parkside provides few additional attachments to the mandatory ones, a blowing hose and a set of blowing attachments. Yes, you can use the vacuum cleaner as a blower also. For this to happen, you have to insert the blowing hose into the output port. Looking at the machine, I have to say that the quality of the materials and the manufacturing quality is really nice. I see some improvement here. Of course, I'm excluding the quality of the vacuum hose. It's plastic, it's really awful. Starting with the dust container, flexible enough, but in the same time rigid. Definitely you have to put some serious efforts to break it. Looking at the caster wheels, you won't have issues with them. The battery compartment door is made from the same material as the dust container. I like it. Placing the motor head upside down, we can see the filter element. It's pretty easy to remove. The filter element itself has no written information on it. We'll have to trust Parkside that it's really class L. Maybe here's the right moment to tell you that you can use the vacuum cleaner with the paper filter bag. Parkside ships the product with one piece of it. Let's return on top, where we can see that Parkside ditched the standard 3 bars battery level indicator. Instead of that, we have one LED dot which can change colors, and it can also flash depending on the battery charge. And speaking about batteries, the biggest you can use the vacuum cleaner with is the 8 Ah smart battery. Something interesting and a bit strange, in the manual it's written that it's prohibited using the vacuum cleaner with the latest 12 Ah smart battery. The vacuum cleaner is surprisingly quiet. By the way, it has 2 speed levels. To make things more interesting, I will compare Parkside with the reputable Bosch Professional GAS 18V, as I think the two vacuum cleaners are in the same class. Starting with the weight, I already told you, but I'll say it once again. Without battery, Parkside is 3.6 kilos, while Bosch is a little bit heavier, 4.7. Both are equipped with dust filters rated class L. In contrast of Parkside, Bosch is using round design of the filter element. The two dust containers side to side, Bosch has a bigger volume, 10 liters. Both vacuum cleaners can suck liquids. Parkside is using electrodes to shut off the motor when the fuel level is reached, while Bosch has a float which simply mechanically blocks the suction hole of the motor. The two manufacturers are using different materials to seal the gap between the motor head and the container, and definitely the material Bosch is using looks more durable. The quick release locks of Bosch and those of Parkside. Bosch is using some harder plastics, and there's an additional metal reinforcement, although the quick release locks of Parkside ain't bad either. But let's return to the thing that I hate probably the most on the new Parkside, the ridiculously inflexible vacuum hose. And now take a look what Bosch has to offer, a way more superior design. Another thing that's terribly wrong with the vacuum hose of Parkside is that it's not freely rotating at the point where it connects with the vacuum itself. You can only rotate it at the other end, while on Bosch you can freely rotate the vacuum hose on both sides, which is way more convenient. However, Bosch has a different issue. it's leaking air, or should I say it's sucking air from those rotating points. What else can I say about those two? Well, Bosch has lockable caster wheels, which can come handy if you're vacuuming on a place where there's some incline. Both machines have splash-proof battery compartments. In contrast with Parkside, Bosch has only one speed level. It seems that Bosch is a little bit noisier. After telling you that Bosch has a better vacuum hose, I think it's right to tell you that it also has an awful suction tubes. The plastic is super bad, there's no information written on the tubes. It's just like you purchased them from AliExpress. When you assemble them and start vacuuming the floor, quite frequently they fell apart by themselves, which can be really annoying. And those are the tubes of Parkside. As you can see, they look way better. We have material information written on them. They are manufactured from a thicker plastic, and most importantly, they don't fall apart when you're using them. Let's do a few practical tests. Both vacuum cleaners are equipped with fully charged 8Ah batteries, Pro Core for Bosch and Smart Battery for Parkside. Parkside is equipped with brand new unused filter. The filter of Bosch ain't new, but it has been thoroughly washed. This really simple contraption will help me to measure the maximum vacuum each vacuum cleaner can reach. I told you that Bosch is leaking air, so let's redo the test after placing some duct tape on its hose. A really slight improvement. It seems that minus 100 millibars is the maximum the two vacuum cleaners can reach. Let's perform slightly more visualizing tests on the vacuum cleaners using this acrylic tube. The tube will be submerged in a bucket of water. The metal element you see is for preventing the tube vacuuming the bottom of the bucket. The top of the acrylic tube will be attached and sealed to the vacuum hose. And as you can see, all nuts are inside the container. Again, everything is inside the container. I know some of you would say that my opinion is biased, but I think that once again Parkside created a pretty good competitor for Bosch. Here I have two fully charged 8Ah batteries, Pro Core for Bosch and Smart Battery for Parkside. Let's see which vacuum cleaner will run longer. Well guys, it seems like Parkside we will outrun Bosch. Let's see by how much. That was for Bosch. Parkside is the clear winner. Let's see by how much. It seems like Bosch is in real trouble. 16 minutes more runtime for Parkside. 16. And that was on speed level 2. Imagine how much longer it would be on speed level 1. The runtime of Bosch was 30 minutes, more or less as much as stated in its manual. 4 minutes per amps hour, or with a 8 amps hour battery, 32 minutes. According to the manual of Parkside, the runtime with 4 amps hour battery should be about 20 minutes or 40 minutes with 8 amps hour battery. I was able to achieve 46 minutes, pretty impressive. Finally, let's take a look inside the new vacuum cleaner. The construction is amazingly simple. One miniature control board, a brushed motor, and of course the impeller. Those two cables are the signals coming from the fuel level electrodes. The impeller is made from aluminium and it's directly attached to the motor. Well, like I said earlier, Parkside created one hell of a vacuum cleaner. If only they upgrade the vacuum hose, this will be a killer machine. That's all from me guys, bye and see you next time.